Jill, for openers, what have you learned so far in this whole survey process?
Terry, sometimes you don't know what you don't know. And while I cleaned out the survey files that we had prepared 10 years ago, I worked with Russ Stringham over at Printmart, and we had put together a business survey that was intended to go to 9,000 businesses. So for intents and purposes, High Desert has about 9,000 businesses. That includes people at home and working office like I do. And I'd worked with Russ for 4 years on a 8.5 by 11. It was a 4-page Scantron, and former Congressman Jerry Lewis's son was going to run him through the Scantron and tell us what it would look like. So when this opportunity came about, Dr. Husing said to me last October 1st, having lunch down in Redlands, this is how I would go about doing it. I looked at it as a challenge, but I didn't look at it the way I do now 2 weeks into it. Candidly, it's a lot bigger than I thought it was. There are people that have put up some artificial roadblocks. More than not, the public has been incredible. In the first 9 days, we had 5,500 surveys. I had a big goal of 50,000, and even Dr. Srotnik told me I was probably a little crazy. We always shoot big, and if we get 25,000, great. At the end of the day, we want to be able to give Dr. Husing by September 15th enough data from Cal State San Bernardino that he can work on the solutions report. One of the questions that I think we've gotten more times than not is, well, so we're going to do a survey. The city of Hesperia did a survey for 2034. This group's done a survey, but nothing's happened. So I think that either I've made a mistake or I haven't been as clear. In the report that Dr. Husing will do is a solutions-based report. It's not going to be a report that sits on the shelf. It's not going to be a report that we give in an hour. The idea will be we will do the report sometime probably in April of 2020. It will outline probably 7 to 10 major items within the High Desert region. Is crime an issue? Is a negative perception an issue? I mean, that's one of the reasons that I've gotten behind the Mojave River Valley movement. Is an undereducated workforce, is too much welfare, is housing, lack of housing, quality housing, lack of quality jobs. So what are the 7 to 10 issues? And John is going to methodically go through whatever the data says and come up with 7 to 10 solutions. So one of the solutions may be for people that drive around, if you're a residential real estate agent and you drive around the valley and you're one of 1,500 people that are working within the High Desert Association of Realtors boundaries, you're going to see some neighborhoods that I think have gone through some serious decay and are deteriorating pretty quickly. And that's caused from the fact that the local cities can't keep up with code enforcement. So are the cities better off as a solution? I'm just throwing this out. I know there'll be some people that, whatever you say, they've got to say, well, that's Joe talking. Are the cities better off to sit down with the county better off to sit down with the cities and say, let's come up with a cohesive code enforcement program that can be adopted by all 5 cities, so that when people come up here to take a look on a weekend and go buy a house, there's more sense of a community. There's more sense of a community. People are going to buy a house. They buy a house, then they hopefully buy some cars, and then they start the formation of a family. They start to have some babies. We see the kind of economy that we saw back in from 2000 2005. So